Hello all, and welcome back to HighPriest Reacts to My Little Pony Friendship's Magic, Season 7, Episode 14, Fame and Misfortune. I also watched and I will be briefly talking about two more of the Camelot shorts, Pet Project and Subs Rock. These ones had one of these actually had a little meat to it, even if it wasn't much, and did add something. It's the first of the ones that appears to be made after the third movie, rather than during some point in the first. And that's Fluttershy working at a pet care place. They're doing a photo shoot for animals in need and such, and they're using everyone's pets for it. And Sunset just gets caught up in how adorable everything looks that she can't help herself, but asks to get a pet too so she can join in. And after looking at all the cute animals, they settle on a little lizard named Ray. Because he's a ray of sunshine. You know, sunset, shimmer, ray. And hey, she's back to her correct coloration. Instead of her more, I'm not sure how to say it, flesh-toned hair she had in the last Tales of the Camelot, whatever. The one with the mirror, the hand mirror, that one. Yeah, it was cute, and yeah, it added that, hey, she's got a pet now, a little bitty lizard. And I was like, oh hey, she's doing her own version of what Rainbow did with the other Fluttershy. Yeah. And then there's Subs Rock, which is Principal Celestia subbing for a teacher, talking about how much she loves being able to go back to teaching for brief stints. About to ask a question, gets denied by an interruption. About to ask a question, interruption. Ask a question, interruption. Ask a question, interruption. She gets increasingly annoyed. And throughout it all, every time she's supposed to ask a question, Twilight, it should be clarified, is just, I'm like, oh, honey. And I'm like, poor Celestia. Poor Principal Celestia, but still. Like, all eager to teach, even just a little bit, and nope. Anyways, Fame and Misfortune. So, this is gonna be about being famous, bad things happening. I noticed Twilight behind that pony's head. So, I don't know, she goes through, famous celebrity, antics. That's my best guess. Let's get to it. Like, my lunch is gone, but it's been requested by a free sweet I didn't order. I'll take it. She isn't just helping. She's helping people with all her own old friendship lessons. Is that it? Is she? I noticed the word readers. Is she writing a column or something, or is she publishing her friendship lessons? It hasn't been that well, okay, it has, but only for me. For them, it shouldn't have been that long since they used that book. Books do not grade that much. Okay, see, that explains it. Wait. Star Swirl's, time travel spell? That's actually really neat. Perfect copy spell. Oh, Rainbow.
Hello. Can I?
Nerd fans. Oh no, collectors.
Wow, that was worth the trip.
It's not like there's anything actually wrong with that. I've got a comic I can do that with.
Other ponies are being inspired to be better friends.
Well, I for one found the journal.
I got an entire shelf of toys.
I agree.
Inbox.
Same size as these ponies. I didn't know were there.
Is this an episode about critics of the show?
She must be
I can't remember that episode, honestly, so I'm just curious what people are saying. Criticism.
these two.
You ain't Justin. You didn't get the sycophantic laugh?
Classic Pinky. Oh, she's even funnier in real life.
Okay, that was actually funny.
It's time to call it a day. It's just that
I feel like you can't read what this episode's about exactly,
Pens.
but it feels like it takes that at someone.
What's going on now?
I mean, aside from the fans who wanted them to be treated like they were famous.
You can learn something one time and completely change who you are.
This is exactly a take that at the critics. It's actually pretty good. Take that too.
How do I feel about that?
I'm sure if I go out there and talk to those
They're
ponies-
boycotting the pony that is referred to by fans as best pony.
Under blankets, and I need 'em now. Sorry, Twilight.
Don't know what's the background pony.
Can't you get rid of them? Kick out my own family?
I'm sorry. The fact that she actually responds like that is hilarious. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Applejacket. Ugh.
I should be never really. I thought I was helping. How could I?
And if there ever any balloon popped up.
Oh, Twilight, it's not your. Rarity. What are you wearing?
The physical manifestation of her mental breakdown.
Defend myself.
The six of you would be friends.
Believable.
Well, sure.
I've heard that comment.
And I have to say, your character would have been much more interesting if she'd stayed in Canterlot.
My character? They are real ponies. His journal is a record of things that listen to me. Listen to me.
Oh, hey, her first use of the Royal Canterlot voice.
I claim to be perfect. My mistakes are all written. Confidence comes off as
I mean, yeah, it kinda is.
Sure, I can be a drama queen, a bit stuck up, it's true. When I can...
Yep, doesn't fix anything. Good song, though. I like it. Alright, that episode is mixed feelings. That's what I feel like. Okay, in some ways, I feel like I'm calling it a take that at the critics and fans might be an exaggeration, but other ways I feel like it's an actual response. I don't like it when shows do that. And in some points, I'm gonna say it. Yeah, like, they make comments about your character. And I'm like, yeah, of course they come off like assholes when they're in universe, when you tell this to an actual person, but they're not. And yeah, I get it. This also goes for the people writing this show, that you're not perfect and you've got flaws. I understand that and account for that. That's why I don't have as much problem with Starlight as everybody else does. I understand that none of you people seem to understand why mind rape is wrong! I will never let that go. But I don't let that burden the character too much. You can't let it go completely, but I accept that in this universe, it's not that bad. I think that's fucked up, but... And they made sure to show that not everyone feels that way. A lot of people have had their friendship lessons help people. God, yes. I've heard so many stories from bronies over the years, before I got into this, where the friendship lessons have actually helped them. To use an example, I forgot his name, Firebrand. That's his pony name. I forget what his actual name is. Josh Scorcher, nothing. He has a story about how an episode with Sweetie Belle and Rarity helped him patch up his actual relationship with his brother. Like, this show has done good, not just for the kids, but for the adults, too. A lot of adults who realize they've made mistakes thanks to the perspective the show has brought them. Or realize that other things. And never once, though, I think anybody's been undervaluing that. Even if it seems like it. And yeah, we do take things probably a bit too seriously with this show. That's a reference to what Josh Scorcher calls a lot of his reviews. But also an accurate statement. But, that doesn't mean it's suddenly, the criticism suddenly isn't there. I can't remember that Rarity event that was being talked about, but I distinctly remember people talking about how Fluttershy kept learning the same lesson over and over and over again. And it's true. But the show did actually supply a very good counterpoint I've heard already from within the fandom. Sometimes people don't change instantly. Sometimes it does take multiple of the same lesson for it to get through to people. Especially when that flaw is such a core part of who they are. In a lot of ways, Fluttershy is the most realistic character. The song even makes comment that Rainbow's got an ego the size of a whale, and I'm like, well, yeah, she does. People say, oh, that's because she does. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as she doesn't let it, get in the way and hurt people, and that's what her friendship lessons have been about, learning to get over that, but, I mean, she's got an ego. And Twilight was better before she had wings. I'm like, I'm sure there's some people who say that. I'm sure they've even got good arguments for that. Personally, I didn't like the whole Twilight Got Wings event more because I thought the episodes themselves weren't very good. They weren't horrendous. They were just the first episodes of the show I'd watched in a long time that seemed like they were made exclusively for children without even the parents being able to enjoy it. And again, I criticized another episode that did something similar to it that was mostly musical. I think the only one I liked was Diamond Tiara's Redemption, and even then, I'm not sure if I did. I can't remember. I'm having a brain fart at the moment. And I'm not going to stop my criticism of the Changelings episode. I'm not against redeeming them. I just think you could have done it in a better way. And the problem was framing such things in universe, as if they're, someone actually talking to someone else, is no one would actually fucking talk like that. And as much as you can say people are focusing on the wrong things, well, I mean, the show is ultimately just a vehicle for the lessons, but if the thing about doing moral lessons with anything is if you screw up the vehicle of it badly enough, you corrupt the message itself. There's years of Star Trek doing that. I'm new to Star Trek, but even I know, after watching it, that there are so many episodes where they had a moral lesson that they just completely goddamn flubbed because they couldn't make the episode work well enough. Meanwhile, to use Star Trek again, DS9 has one of the best moral episodes, being an episode that was just an episode that had a moral as a natural extension of it, rather than the other way around. And yeah, we get it. You people aren't perfect and can make mistakes. But that doesn't mean you totally get out of people pointing it out to you. I'm just like I said, I do believe the episode does have some valid points. But on the other hand, usually when you see a show do it, it's like Teen Titans Go, where it's from a mean-spirited place by people who don't give a shit about even the thing they're currently making. Let alone the legacy of what it was, and it's like, ugh. But yeah. And I'm like, to go over all of them, treating Pinkie Pie like she's only the ha-ha pony. I know the fandom does that a lot, and that's a valid criticism. And especially when they do it in their fan works, but I mean, in total fairness, you guys have done that too in a few episodes. Now, I can't name these episodes, but maybe I'm wrong, but about that. But I distinctly remember a lot of people, and myself included, talking about how there were a few episodes in the season 4 to 6 range that had 5 range. I don't think it was 6. That had Pinkie be a bit flenderized from her normal self. I mean, and I'll even say that Applejack just going, well, we want to be family with. All right, you're family. I'm like, even she's not that agreeable, guys. I think that's as funny as it was for me, thinking about it, that's a kind of flanderizing Applejack. You know? And I make jokes about best background pony, but I don't do it from a mean place. I'm not one of those people who actually thinks that. It's just a funny meme for me. That I like memeing. Like how I refer to Luna and Celestia's sun butt and moon butt, respectively. Or I call Twilight Book Horse. I say it because it's a funny joke, not because there's anything real to it. Alright, is there anything else I can get out of this? No, I don't think so. I mean, this is the most I've talked in a while. But that's what happens when you make an episode like that. It gets me going. Anyways. This is HighPriest signing out, and I will see you all next time, folks.